Okay, guys, happy Tuesday. I think this is the third Tuesday of the month. Ooh, is it? That means next Tuesday is going to be some sort of coaching info sesh for new people, just FYI, upcoming events. And Super Weekend's coming up, the 23rd and 24th. So make some plans. I feel like what's her name? Keyshawn. A little less energy. Okay, so I am so excited to be able to talk to you guys tonight about being in a test group. It was something that I tried for all of last year, and I finally got the opportunity. And here we are. I can't believe it's already over. The snaps for Ashley and I. Ashley also is on our team. She is under Brooke, right? Brooke Chicola is your sponsor. Yep. And so we both knocked it out of the park. Ashley has some pretty amazing results, and I can't wait for her to share those on our team page. As far as I understand, Ashley, and we need to go and look, but yes, as of yesterday, we were supposed to start sharing more.
Yeah, I just didn't know because they didn't really post anything because they said they were going to start doing hashtags and stuff for us to post. And I'm like, I'm scared to post that. I'm going to do it too early or something.
Right. And I think that that's kind of one thing, like we took it so seriously, and it's a little more cash, like they come up with all the next steps eventually. And I think we just get really excited. We're like, okay, what's next?
You just don't want to mess up because it's such a great opportunity at the same time.
Yeah. And so I think I want to start with that. Becoming a success starter was definitely like the gateway to kick off my business, I feel, to the best start possible. And with this opportunity, I know it's been a year in, but I hit success starter. I was automatically growing my clientele and my preferred customer base. And that was definitely just like a nice little bounce for my business. And this is just like another opportunity to keep leveling up. So all last year I hit Emerald immediately, Success Club every month, Success Starter within the first 3 months. I got my free ticket to Summit, and finally hit Diamond and the Success Starter group. Fire and Flow was meant to be. I absolutely love the trainers. I had not done Morning Meltdown 100, but Jericho McMatthews, she like creates her own energy. Like she dances and it just like boils in her little tiny body. So her fire days were full of energy. And if you've done Bar Blend or you've heard Elise Joan talk, she just like continuously oozes kindness and positivity. And she just, she motivates you physically and mentally at the same time. And so when these two powerhouse women come together to create this program, it is unlike any other, based on mindset, based on power and energy. And then the moves are super innovative and novel. So the program itself, I fell in love with. Did you have anything you wanted to add to that, Ashley, about the program?
No, I totally agree. Like, it was weird because a lot of the days they talk a lot about like personal growth in Fire and Flow as well. And I feel like every day that I was having a struggle was like a day that I needed, like what they were talking about. Like one of the days I was having severe anxiety, and Elise was just pouring out how she has anxiety. And like, I needed that for the start of my day. It was so weird how like every day I was going through something and they literally touched base on that every day.
Yeah, like something would speak to you.
Yes.
Something they said like would speak to your heart. There is a journal, and there's gratitude built in. Melissa, you would love that. There's a daily schedule built in, which I loved. And then just a mental and physical check-in. And then every day also has a mindset activity. And so it's just kind of all encompassing. I know. Melissa's like, yes.
And
I
that's
really
part of the
think,
program?
yes.
That's
You'll
cool.
have to, I don't know if they're gonna, I hope they don't have to make everybody print them. Hopefully they send it, like when people buy like the total solution pack, they'll get the journal.
Yeah.
I went and like paid money to have it printed nicely because I knew it would feel real. So yes, the program itself is unlike any other. I think it's going to speak to a lot of people, mobility wise, any level. Obviously there's a modifier, there's an intensifier, and yeah, I mean the balance. There's a lot of balance,
A
which is
lot.
something we all need. So I loved that. And as far as being part of the test group and that FOMO, I was just going to touch on, I tried to share like reels every single day, and would create conversations from that every day. Anybody new that liked it, I could go and have a conversation with them like, hey, oh my gosh, have you heard of Fire and Flow? Do you know the trainers? And so that gave me such a great list to keep track of for when the program launches. I can call them. And that is something that you can create on your own, even if you weren't part of a test group. When you can buy the program and start a new program, you can talk about it every day. I'm doing this new amazing program. It's innovative because of this, because of that. And you can share a move or a mindset every single day and create that vision for people to see and conversations on the backside for your own business with the launch. And I wanted to lead into how I plan on launching it. I think the sample launches May 9th, I believe. I'm sorry, I should have looked up the actual launch date.
I feel like it's the end of May.
Okay. So yes, did you have anything you wanted to add, Ashley, before I moved into kind of my launch plan?
Not really. I feel like you're touching base on
Oh, the bod group.
basically. Yes, do the
Right.
bod group.
So there is, obviously there's a special bod group for just test group participants that we can log in and track in every single day, support each other. They did little challenges once a week to create a reel around like one thing each week. And one week was show us how you make your shake. Another week was show us you doing the workout. So create a reel, a video reel of you, a workout reel. Another week was tell us why you love Elise and Jericho reel. And there was one more, I don't remember.
Why you love bod groups.
Talk about bod groups. So we were able to share those within the bod groups, and then I save them in my save drafts, and I will share those once a week when the program launches. Also in the bond group, Elise and Jericho came in there, they would go live, they would do a post here and there. Admins would, drop some support and love as well. It was just a place for us, only this group, knew what we were talking about, and you could come to and share the passion and the fire, that you got from that day's workout.
It's definitely fun watching all that too. Like watching everyone come in and be so excited
and get great
their struggles.
And there were people in there like Julie Voris and like, big time coaches were doing this program with us. So that was really, really cool to see how they were sharing it, to go watch them and their reels and just get other ideas from, which I will continue to do as they talk about the program. So when it comes to launching or when it comes to a program launch in general, I feel like this same kind of series will apply. And it's something that it's evolved a little bit, but it's been the same since I started. And I will side note, you can launch any program anytime. If you really want to do 21-day fix and you're just starting out and that's speaking to you or whatever program it is, I was just using an example. Nobody around you knows what you're doing. They don't know what programs you're doing. They probably have never even heard of Beachbody. As much as you may be surprised by that, there's still plenty of people who do not know what Beachbody is. So you can launch any program at any time by doing the same kind of series that I'm going to talk about right now. So someone somewhere on a power hour I watched mentioned that repetition over 5 days is a really helpful cycle when you're trying to tell people something new that you're doing or show them a little bit of behind the scenes of your programs. So as far as a program launch goes, break it up into 5 days, and it can be any way you want to. This is just an example. And when I say break it up in 5 days, it's usually within stories. It is usually me talking with my face in stories, and then maybe a couple of still photos or an invite photo or an invite story. But definitely using my words and my voice to talk about a program in my stories. And so on Monday, I don't know what that says. I cannot read my handwriting there. So on Monday, for example, I might talk about the program and what type of workouts somebody might expect. And just go into detail about the trainers and Jericho and Morning Marathon 100, or I might just talk about Elise and, her mindset stuff and her passion and her energy, lifting weights, stretching and mobility and strength. So that might be all I focus on Monday. I just drop a few nuggets in my stories about the type of workouts to expect with Fire and Flow. On Tuesday, I might talk about the challenge group. So no, not the challenge group. Sorry, the layout. There's going to be 3 days of flow, and these are going to be restorative. One's going to be strengthening. One's going to be mobility, and then break down the fire days, upper body, lower body, cardio, and just drop a few nuggets about that on the next day. The third day, I might do a challenge group conversation. We're going to have this challenge group where we're all going to come together, support each other, accountability, check-ins, and things like that. I forgot what day I was on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I might, on Thursday, I might drop the sample, say the sample launched on the Monday. That's okay. I might go ahead and drop the sample after I talked about it for a couple of days. I'll drop the sample and would you like to try it? A poll, yes or no, or yes, or definitely yes, never no. And then I can send the sample to people that vote on that poll or that are interested or that even watched my stories throughout the week. I can reach out to them and say, hey, I noticed you've been sticking around all week. Would you like the sample? One thing that a couple of people have done here, Melissa showed me once, when a sample workout comes out, a new program sample workout comes, I will just drop it onto my Facebook page, not the link, but asking for anyone to try it, because I love getting honest feedback from people that are not necessarily doing Beachbody programs, but maybe they like to work out and they want to try it, or maybe they're a beginner. I say, hey, I want you to try that. This is a workout that anyone can do. I'd love some feedback. So drop the sample. And then on the last day, I might go ahead and start inviting to 4 weeks. That's right. Brooke, the 4 weeks for everybody. There were a ton of people that were interested. And that was such a good one because it's truly for everybody. It's such a great program. And so the last day I would talk about, I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. Invite. So I started a free group at the very beginning of my coaching ever. And in that free group, I run I'll run launches. I'll do like a 4 or 5 day launch plan, which we bought a kit already. Ashley's coach, Brooke, has invested in that. And so we'll have lots of content to be able to put into a free group. And I'll invite to that. Some people are calling them Snoop groups. And so that entire week, I will spend talking about the program and inviting to the free group. And then I'll do that probably the next week too, because it's a launch. I will spend 2 weeks talking about it. What happens May 9th?
The sample, we were wondering when the sample.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just now going. So that's kind of like the concept that I use for a launch. And then in there, I might do 1 hard post and like 2 reels that relate to that. Well, since I'm doing it, I'll probably do 5 reel, there'd be a reel every day because I have all that content that I can use. But in general, like that's how a launch is. A couple of hard posts and things that everybody sees. And then people that follow me in my stories, that's where I kind of give them more information and stuff like that. Were there any other questions? Yes, May 9th. So that's kind of my launch plan. And that was the main thing I wanted to talk about.
I have a question.
Oh, yeah.
You know why? I'm just curious why they are doing the coach and customer launch separate. Remember the 4-week gut protocol, they just did it together. So I was surprised to see it separate again. Do you know why?
They didn't mention that at all.
I like it that way, but
yeah, no, exactly. And I don't know. I guess the bigger question is why did they do it backwards for 4 weeks?
I know, I don't know.
But I'm glad they did because everyone needs that program. It was the perfect one. So yeah, I would love this. Does anybody have any more questions for me? Did you make that? What did I make? Brooke?
Oh, I was asking you, but you answered it about the, like, your bound book. The teacher in me was like, ooh.
Yes. Oh yeah. FedEx.
I was wondering if like that came with your test group, but then I heard you say that you had it made.
Yeah.
I also was asking about the cast. Any familiar faces? I like to pretend that it's like a reality show.
Dominique from the intensifier from Barblend. I believe that's her, right, Ashley? I think it's Dom. And then Tony.
Dom was in there, but I have not done any Elise or Jericho programs before this.
There's a guy named Tony in there who's got 10 kids. I swear he's been around.
Yeah, when she said 10 kids, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
A lot of children.
But he's like back there trying to like be mobile. And it's just, it's fun to watch. Like everyone is at a different level. And these programs are so real. And Beachbody is like getting on point with diet culture and the bullshit that's in our world. Excuse my language. I'm sorry, this is being recorded. Like, I'm just so proud to be part of this company and where it's going. And this program is, it's going to be amazing, or bananas, as Brad would say. It's bananas. So I would love to turn this over to Ashley and let her touch on all the things she would like to.
Okay. So this is like my first big call, so I am a little nervous. But kind of the same thing as Leah is. I got entered into this or picked for this because I did do the Success Starter as well. I have only been a coach for like 7 or 8 months now, and I have gotten Fire and Flow, my summit ticket. I'm getting nervous because I think this is going to be my first month that I'm not going to hit Success Club. I'm trying. I got one today.
Oh my gosh, it is only the 9th.
I know, but normally I have it done in the first week, so I'm like freaking out now.
Gosh, you're gonna be fine. Don't say that.
And I am super close to hitting diamond. I have built up. My husband is emerald, and now I have my mom. I just need 2 people for her to become diamond. Because I just got my person, but I'm still trying to hit Success Club too. So I need a total of 5 people this month yet to hit my goal. So I'm really trying. But yeah, with Fire and Flow, I was freaking out because I'm like, I am so new at this. I can't believe I already am in a test group. I was nervous because everyone always talked about how hardcore Jericho was. And I'm like, I am not that in shape yet. So I'm like, I'm probably going to struggle at this. And I did for the first week. She kicked my butt. I don't usually sweat. I was sweating on the flow days as well. So this is going to leave you sore. It is going to kick your butt, but it is so worth it. I lost 10 pounds and 11 inches in this program. So I think it was 11 and a half inches. And I did portion fix. So I really had to really focus on keeping my mind set on it. We also had the flu the first week of Fire and Flow. Everybody in our family got it. But I took one day off and I got right back in it. Luckily, the day after I had the flu was a flow day. So it was a little more chill, no bouncing around or anything. I totally looked down at yoga before this. I didn't think it was going to do anything for me, so I wasn't really excited about the flow days. I feel like I was more sore from the flow days half the time than I was for fire. And from day one to the last day, watching how much balance I have gained and how much strength in my legs, being able to balance and not modify. And even Elise will tell you in there to trust yourself to fall. And there was a lot of days that I was doing that. I'm sure some of you, if you follow me, I did post one where I just totally biffed my on the ground, trying to work with the bands on one of them. I was like, yeah, I got this and I'm doing great. And it comes down to the last one. I just totally did a total circle and almost fell on the floor. But another thing I did notice is I thought I had great upper body strength before this as well. I have 3 kids, 2 are 16 months apart. So I'm constantly carrying 2 younger kids. So I'm like, I don't really need the arm days and the upper body days. I'm already pretty strong. But after looking at my before and after pictures and seeing the muscle tone I gained, and even in my back, and it's literally crazy. And the first week I did get headaches because I did not realize how weak I was up there. So just really listening to your body. And that's another thing about them switching off from fire and flow, listening to your body. You actually need to give yourself those stretch days and moving your body a little more. Because you do get super uptight, especially if your body is not used to it. So that was another really big takeaway I got, was just learning to listen to my body. What else did I have on here? Oh, why I personally think this is going to be a huge launch. Because first, we have 2 amazing trainers in here. And even like I said, I was not excited for the flow days. I actually became super excited for them because I was watching myself grow daily. And that was really empowering, being able to, I was looking at something in a negative way and learning to look at it in a positive way, and how to take control of my body and how my muscles move. Same thing with Jericho's workouts. I'm like, I can't do that move. She has these fire minutes. I can't think of what does she call them, Leah? I'm totally brain farting on her. Fire, is it a fire minute?
The fire finishers? No, that's
Yeah, that's what it is. The fire finishers. Oh my God.
They're so mean.
They're so mean. But they left up the link for us to do it round 2. So today I was doing them and I'm like, I can actually do this now. You just got to really push yourself and trust yourself, and eventually you get there. So I think it's going to be big because it's going to reach out to everybody, the people that like to give it their all and really like to sweat and push, but then they have to learn how to listen to their body. And then those people that like to do more the flow side, learn how to push your body and how to get your heart rate going and what difference it makes you feel. I personally switched my routine halfway through and started waking up at 4 a.m. instead of doing it at like 10 o'clock after I got my daughter off to school. And it is incredible how much it changed my mindset throughout the day as well. Because if you start off stressed out like I did, trying to get everyone ready and getting out there and then coming back, I changed it because the way they made me feel after I was done with all that. I'm like, why not start my day out with all that positivity instead of stressing my kids out, trying to hurry them up and everything. It gives me time to kind of, lean into my day a little better. But like I said, slowing down, listening to your body. There's modifications, like Leah said. I did start with that on a few of the moves I could not do. Jericho does add in, is it 3 minutes at the end of her workouts for abs? And I actually had to go no band at first. The abs are a little rough for me. And then what else did I put in here? I think I hit everything that I was going to say. I know you got a little bit more into touch with the launch, but this is going to be my first like big launch. So like you said, Brooke did buy that package. So we are going to kind of get together and we're going to work on making this a huge launch. I'm hoping to hit diamond before the launch so that I can maybe get some coaches in and stuff as well and get people rolling on this too. It's a great opportunity, and I'm really, really happy I was able to do it. And it's nice that there was more of us in here. I think Renee, I don't see her on here, but Renee was in there. There was one other person that I recognized. I think her name's Sarah. I don't think she's in here either, but I saw one other person like in our group that was in there. So that was cool seeing everybody.
Yeah. So they're on our team, these two people?
I think they might be under, not my Brooke, the other Brooke Anderson.
Oh, perfect. And we can side message, but it'd be nice to reach out to them and see if they wanted to do a little post for us for our team pages of just any insights or anything. That would be great. So many Brooks, amazing.
I know, there really is.
Brooks. It's a good one. Yeah. Do you guys have any questions? There was a couple of things I was like, oh, I should touch on that. And then I forgot. So they must have been that important.
Did someone buy the launch package? Because I was going to before it was done. So before I
yes,
do that.
And I'll talk with Brooke. Cola, she bought it. I'll see if she can. She'll probably just do like a post and fit and post or something, so we can all. Did she already do it?
Gave her $10 so that I could have some of it.
So
did she already post in
we'll
it?
tag you in it. Yeah, Melissa said it's already in there.
I'm looking, I can't see it.
What else? So now I just want to finish this gut protocol launch, and I'm going to go ahead and start a second round of gut protocol. Actually this next week. And somehow I want to incorporate gut protocol with fire and flow. I think it did. I like
They did approve it.
Yes. Yeah, they approved it with all Beachbody programs. I like gut protocol. I'm not sure if it's going to be super overwhelming for new people to Beachbody programs. I would love some feedback on that if I shouldn't. I don't know. I'd like to combine the two for my launch anyway. And yeah, I don't know. I love it. We love the program. It's a great opportunity, and we can start sharing our before and afters now. So
Oh, I
if
can do my
you-
before and afters.
Yes. So if you will throw those into our team page, because yours are incredible.
Yes. Oh,
Um,
I couldn't say anything, but I can tell you guys now, I think. I had the producers reach out to me. So that's why I was telling you I had that email and stuff. I'm like, oh crap, I wasn't supposed to say anything yet. So I had every week I had to be taking videos in like a certain way. Like they had me do it the long way, and I had to send them like 3-minute clips every week. 1 week was Jericho, 1 week was Elise. So I was super stressed out because they were watching me like 10 times harder. I'm like, oh my gosh.
oh my God, that's amazing. I am so jealous. When did
I
that
know.
start? At the
That's why
beginning?
they didn't want me saying anything. They're like, just keep this to yourself.
Oh, Ashley, that's fantastic.
So
So they,
who knows? I
they
might be on all the clips now.
oh, oh, you will, and your results are incredible.
Yes.
It's going to be so much fun. So you knew this at the beginning. Wow,
They sent me it like 3 days in.
that's good. That's some good accountability right there.
Yeah. And then I was like freaking out because then I got the flu and I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, 3 days in I had the flu.
Can you put a plate or two down for the others?
So that was
You
that was
did.
rough, but I still came back and caught back up. I think one day I had to do 2 workouts to catch up, but it wasn't bad because then it was Jericho kicking my butt, and then I got to kind of calm down a little bit.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I
I
can't
know.
keep us posted. So you had to send, okay, let's hold on. So they, every week every day or every week?
Every week they sent me a homework assignment.
Okay. Oh, that's so cool.
I know. It was so nerve-wracking though. They were emailing me all the time because I wasn't getting some of the footage the way they wanted it. So like, you need to do this again. You need to do this. I'm like,
That's a lot. That's a
it
lot.
was on top of making all, like every time they would post in the group our homework assignment, I would get an email with another homework assignment on top of that. So I was
Aw.
getting super confused half the time. And then I'm not a good email checker. So I'm really shocked I even got the first email. But I did.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm really glad that you had that opportunity and you gave them so much of what they needed to see, which was a physical and mental transformation.
Yes.
So, well
It was
done.
fun, but nerve-wracking.
I bet. I totally understand. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.
Leah, did you
Um,
have to did everybody do videos? Like for Let's Get Up, we had like a weekly homework assignment and we had to do, I forget what they called it. It was some sort of, it was like a little video, but they had a name for it. And you had to answer questions, like you had to talk. I just remember recording it like 100 times and Sean like hiding in the side so no one could see him laughing because I would post the bloopers because every time I'd be like, oh my God, I can't remember. Oh my God. Did you
was
have to
that,
do that?
was
What'd you
that, that was the minute, the moment, the Let's Get Up moment?
Not the shareable moment. No, I mean, I rocked those obviously with my dancing skills. No, it was like sort of like what Ashley's talking about, but everyone in the test group answered that. It was like, they gave you 4 questions and they said, like answer these in a video format. So
No, they didn't. I think it sounds like Ashley and a select few were pulled from the very beginning to do a specific assignment. And then there was a generic once a week assignment for everybody else. I think it was just to help to stay engaged with the VOD group.
Yes.
More than anything, like they're not going to be using them for anything like that. I am going to stop this recording.
Did have